Throughout history, humanity has sought power over nature, over the mind, and even over death itself. But some paths lead into the abyss, where few dare to tread. These are the traditions whispered about in forbidden books, practiced in secrecy, and feared by those who know their true nature. Tonight, we descend into the shadows to uncover three of the darkest occult traditions in history, paths where the line between wisdom and damnation is blurred, and where the pursuit of power comes at an unimaginable cost. Chapter 1: The Left-Hand Path of Aghori. In the burning ghats of India, where the bodies of the dead turn to ash, there exists an order of ascetics feared and revered in equal measure. The Aghori, practitioners of one of the most extreme paths in Tantra, reject all societal taboos in their pursuit of enlightenment and power. Unlike traditional yogis who renounce the world and purity, the Aghori seek liberation through the darkest elements of existence. Death, decay, and impurity are their sacred tools. Rituals of the Aghori: meditation and cremation grounds. The Aghori believe that by meditating amongst the burning dead, they overcome their fear of mortality and transcend the illusion of life and death. Consumption of human remains. In one of their most infamous rituals, Aghoris are said to eat the flesh of corpses, believing that consuming death allows them to embrace ultimate detachment. Necromantic rites. Some believe that the Aghori possess the ability to communicate with spirits, harnessing energies from the remains of the deceased to gain insight into the hidden mysteries of existence. Their philosophy is terrifying yet profound. They believe that all is one, purity and filth, light and darkness. To reject nothing is to be free. But the path they walk is a razor's edge, and many who attempt it are lost in madness or consumed by the forces they seek to control. Would you have the courage to gaze into the flames and embrace the darkest truths of existence? Chapter 2: The Cult of Saturn, the Black Cube of Death. Beneath the surface of ancient religions lies a shadowy tradition, one that has influenced secret societies, alchemical orders, and esoteric circles for centuries. The Cult of Saturn, an enigmatic and sinister tradition, revolves around the worship of the planet Saturn, also known as the Lord of Time, the Devourer, and the Dark Father. Saturn has long been associated with death, limitation, and the end of all things. But for those who walk the path of the Black Cube, it is also the key to forbidden knowledge and the mastery of reality itself. The symbolism of Saturn. The Black Cube, a shape found in major religions, from the Kaaba in Mecca to Jewish tefillin, the cube represents the prison of time and matter. To the Saturnian cultists, breaking free from the cube means achieving enlightenment through suffering. Sacrifice and rituals. Historically, Saturnian worship has been linked to the darkest of rites, child sacrifice. In the days of Carthage, followers of Baal-Hamon, an aspect of Saturn, burned their own children alive in rituals meant to appease the devourer. The chains of fate. Devotees believe that Saturn rules over karma, destiny, and death. To truly embrace the Saturnian path, one must suffer greatly, undergo intense personal transformation, and accept that pain is the forge of power. Many believe that remnants of this ancient cult still operate in secrecy, their influence embedded in the highest echelons of power. Symbols of Saturn appear in government buildings, financial institutions, and elite organizations. Some conspiracy theorists claim that world leaders still pay homage to the Lord of Time, ensuring their dominion over the masses through ritual and blood sacrifice. But whether Saturn is truly a god, a force, or something far more sinister, one thing is certain: the path to its wisdom is paved in suffering. Would you be willing to endure torment to uncover the hidden knowledge of the ages? Chapter 3: The Draconian Path, the road to godhood. In the darkest corners of the occult world, beyond conventional morality and spiritual dogma, lies the Draconian Path, a path of ultimate self-deification, where the soul is forged into something beyond human. Rooted in pre-Christian serpent worship, Sumerian mythology, and the blackest veins of left-hand path magic, the Draconian tradition seeks to unleash the primal force of the dragon current, an ancient power that predates human civilization. Unlike traditional spiritual paths that emphasize submission to divine will, Draconians seek to become divine themselves, transcending mortality, morality, and even the gods themselves. The pillars of Draconian practice. The serpent as the great liberator. From the biblical Lucifer to the Sumerian Enki, the serpent has always been a symbol of knowledge, rebellion, and power. Draconians embrace this force as the key to self-mastery. Blood rituals and forbidden knowledge. Draconian magic often involves invoking dark gods and goddesses such as Lilith, Leviathan, and Tiamat, beings associated with chaos, destruction, and creation. Blood offerings, ecstatic trance, and extreme psychological transformation are common practices. The black alchemy of the soul. This is the heart of the Draconian Path, the process of spiritual evolution where one destroys their weaknesses, fears, and limitations to be reborn as something greater. This is the forging of the dragon self, a being unrestricted by human frailties. The Draconian Path is not just about seeking power, it is about the destruction of everything that binds the spirit. But this path is perilous. Those who walk it must face their deepest fears, their darkest desires, and the abyss itself. The question is, do you have the will to tear apart your soul and remake it in your own image? Conclusion: the price of power. These three occult traditions are not for the faint of heart. The Aghori embraced death to transcend the illusion of the physical world. The Cult of Saturn binds itself to suffering, believing it is the key to mastery over fate. The Draconian Path seeks to obliterate all limitations, forging the soul into something beyond human. But every path has a price. The deeper one ventures into the shadows, the more they risk losing themselves to the forces they seek to control. Knowledge comes at the cost of innocence. Power demands sacrifice. These traditions offer a glimpse into the abyss, an abyss that stares back with cold, merciless eyes. The choice is yours: will you turn away, or will you step forward into the darkness and claim your destiny?